I'm Kimberly McDonald. I am the school counselor at W.G. Pearson Magnet Middle. We have been in existence for 4 years. We have a special magnet in the area of arts and gifted and talented, as well as humanities. We're very small. We only have 300 students, and many of our students are coming from a demographic of free and reduced lunch. We realized from the first year that community support was going to be essential, and got in touch with a wonderful lady named Daisha Banner to talk about Big Brothers Big Sisters. They at that point were talking about doing site programs within the schools, but for the most part it was elementary. So we talked together and decided to try it out on a middle school. The very first year we started out with 8 students that were matched with a big brother or big sister. It was a success from day one. Stacy Carbray was very involved in getting it and coming over and helping with the matches, and various people from Big Brothers Big Sisters. We've had several. The mentors came from places like Environmental Protection Agency, NCCU, private businesses in the area, and what they all shared in common is a love for kids. They all had a heart for kids, and they made a huge difference. Those children from the first year that we started at Big Brothers Big Sister, several of them are still with their mentors in high school, which was something we never anticipated. We thought, for a year, but not only did they stay for the 3 years they were in middle school and meet with the students once a week, sometimes more, but they even continue to help them in their identity as young men and women, figuring out what they want to do with their lives. One of the mentors in particular became a community-based mentor after working with his student is a site-based. And we are in the process now of a couple of more doing that. So the relationship started as a school, formed support, and went much further than that. And from the EPA, we had a couple of students go on the Take Your Son or Daughter to Work. And one young man I can remember in particular, Isaiah, he came back. He was definitely going to work for the EPA. It's a wonderful place. And not only that, but he was calling his mentor his uncle, and his children he considered his cousins. So that was amazing, and that relationship is one that is still ongoing in high school. The mentors have done some neat projects with the littles. This year, this building being built in 1927, we have a rich historical heritage, and we had a contest of who is W.G. Pearson and what did he do for the community. And his mentor, Dan, who works at for the city of Durham, they made a PowerPoint. They took pictures of an old scrapbook that we had from the 1930s, if you can believe it, and then took pictures of present-day students here at WG and did a wonderful PowerPoint together. Another mentor involved with her little, they got involved in the Rachel Carson project that was just basically embracing the environment, and they took pictures of our outdoors. We have lots of beautiful old trees, and wrote about it and submitted it, and actually were honored as an honorable mention in that. And that was something that so just our mentors bring a wealth of ideas to work with the children. But if you ask the children, they would just say, it's somebody to talk to. My mentor, I really look forward to coming because, I can sit in lunch and talk with them. And they do. They talk about what they want to do with their lives, about their identity, as young people, 12, 13, 14, figuring out what they want to do in a career. And even, he say, she say arguments, they kind of talk that out. And the mentors, the college students, as they're not that far removed from it, can share how they handled it, when they were young. there's a lot of love that goes into Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I'm just glad that we're a school that they come to and take a part in. If I showed you some slides last year, we had Arby's come from Atlanta. This was through Big Brothers Big Sisters, and it was open not just to the bigs and littles. That's another thing that's pretty cool, is that some of the programs have been opened up to our whole school of 300 students that Big Brothers Big Sisters have brought. And this particular program was on character development. And they did an assembly on that, and then the kids went outside, and there's this big bus, and the kids hula hooped and watched video games, and Big Brothers Big Sisters, all of our folks were over and they participated. When we have assemblies, you will see not just parents that are attending, but the community, and a lot of those community folks are bigs. They've taken off from lunch, they've given up an evening, and they're coming over to support their littles, whether it be in an arts program, an academic program. Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Triangle has made a huge difference at W.G. Pearson.